We're back.
Good morning, good afternoon. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, whatever.
It's also 12 o'clock.
It's also 12 o'clock, 12:10. I don't know, whatever time it is. So today's a different kind of BS show. I didn't know Brad was going to be here. He surprised me. Surprise! He just showed up. Got a sick little one, and I thought he was not coming in today, but here he is. So here it is, BS show time. We're going to do a little bit different thing today because I didn't know Brad was going to be here. So we're going to have a little bit different of a show today. So we'd love for you to comment. We'd love for you to be part of the show. Go to the Century 21 Right Realty Facebook page. And Brad is going to be monitoring the conversation as soon as I can get the thing to work. If you're on here, go ahead and say hello, and we'll say hello back. And here we go. So I got it. Good afternoon. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. There we go. Turn down.
Volume.
And we'll say hello back. All right. Now we got it. Man, that one clap sent the little audio thing up to the red. So, Brad Fowler is the B, Sean Wright. I'm the S to the BS show. How was your weekend, Brad?
Went really well. Got some QT with people I needed to have it with, and had some fun. Low key.
Great weather this weekend.
It was awesome weather.
I'm assuming you were at the ball fields quite a bit this weekend.
No, actually, no tournament.
No tournament.
No one this coming weekend, but none this weekend.
All right, I braved back up to the NFL draft on Saturday for the third. I was at the first day and the third day, and then we went to see Jimmy Buffett. It's my son's favorite artist, so we pins to the left, pins to the right. All right. So, like I said, we're at a different kind of thing today. We're not going to talk any sports. I'm not going to go on a rant about how inefficient Murfreesboro's government is. We're going to talk about kind of changing your mindset, creating a positive mindset, how to get away from stresses. Everybody's got stresses. Some people deal with their stresses better. Some people deal with them worse. So we're going to talk about a little bit of all that stuff. And some of this stuff is stuff that I tell you new realtors. It's part of the initial training.
Right.
So I guess some tools are coming out of the tool bag.
Right. Because it can be a stressful career.
It can be a stressful career.
Last week was very odd. Had a couple odd twists and turns. So.
But they're all fixed now.
Right. Well, most of them.
Yeah. Just keep it between the lines.
Right.
All right. So first thing I want to talk about is keeping a gratitude journal. And I want you to start doing this for like 30 days and write down 3 things every single day that you're grateful for that day. But here's the twist for the first 30 days. For the first 30 days, never duplicate one.
Right.
So in the first 30 days, how many things are you going to have written down? 30 things a day times 3 is going to be 90 things, right? Is that right? Yeah, something like that. So once you start doing the first 7 days is like extremely difficult because you're sitting there going, I can't duplicate anything. It sucks. But as time goes by, you get through that 30, and it's amazing just looking at things that you're grateful for instead of looking at stressful things, how that changes a mindset. And to add on to that, while you're writing the 3 things that you were grateful for that day, also write 3 things that happened good to you that day. Because everybody has that bad day and feels like every single thing is like a truck running them over all day long.
Yep.
But you can count every single day, no matter how bad your day is, you can count 3 things that happened good to you.
Right. Absolutely. And when you were talking about getting on in to the 30 days, you running out of things, but you get to where you're looking for the things, and that's what changes your mindset.
That's what changes your mindset.
Right.
Because when you're 2 weeks, 3 weeks in, you're 17, 18, 19, 20 days in, you're starting to go. You're looking for those things that you're grateful for and that happened good for you that day. And because instead of paying it, some people just automatically pay attention to the bad.
Right. Oh, yeah.
If you pay attention to the good over here, that bad starts to go away. Mm-hmm. And as that bad starts to go away, your mindset starts to change. You start becoming a more positive person. People want to hang out with you, where before they thought you were some prick that never wanted to you were just negative about everything.
Right. Excuse me.
And this kind of flips that. You're like, now you're just looking for the positive stuff in everything, and these people are going, man, this guy's happy to be around. He's a happy guy.
And it's not ignoring your problems. See, I've heard people say that, push your problems to the side or you're ignoring problems. It's not that. It's you're looking at what's truly important.
Right.
And if you focus on the negative, then that's what you go down a bad road.
And I'll even say this about the ignoring your problems or whatever, like you're talking about that you're present. One good thing to do, and this is something that is hard for anybody to do, but once you've got your mind retrained correctly, it becomes easier, is when something happens bad, is not to overreact or go at it. It's to sit there and go, okay, this happened bad, but what good is going to come out of this?
Mm-hmm. Or what did you learn from it?
What did you learn from it? See, because if you learn something from something that happens bad, then it becomes a good, that bad may become a good. Everybody goes through hurdles. Everybody's got stresses in life. I don't care what you think. Every single person on this earth has problems. Mm-hmm. The difference is how people handle those problems and how they move forward. The first thing to do is retrain your mind to see the positive and to see the gratefulness. And it's amazing just how those two things will change your whole mindset on life. So there's your challenge, everybody watching this show, the thousands that view every single episode for the next 30 days. And I'm not telling you to stop at 30 days, but for the next 30 days, either get you a notebook or get the notes thing on your phone and just gratitude journal and thankful journal. And just keep those 3 things a day, every day. And for the first 30 days, don't duplicate any.
You'll be amazed at what a change that can make.
Yeah. So that's the first thing we're going to talk about. Brad's going to hit one of his featured. I think you're going to hit 2 featured listings right here. 2
featured listings. 2632 Pepper Branch Lane Drive in Murfreesboro. 3-bed, 2-bath, 1796 square feet. Real close. I mean, a short walk to the pool and cabana. Just dropped $6,000 this past Friday, so it's now $319,900, and that's 2623 Pepper Branch Drive, and we also have 2632 Pebble Creek Lane. That's a 4-bedroom, 3 full bath. That's a full brick house. That's in North Murfreesboro.
What school zones?
Oakland school zones, and Pepper Branch is Riverdale school zones.
All right. What about the little schools?
It's going to be the Scales Elementary, the new school for the
Salem Elementary.
Salem, yeah, for Pepper Branch, and the other one is John Pittard
and Oakland.
So
if you got a kid that wants to be in that IB program, Oakland is it.
Right.
If you got a kid that plays football,
yeah,
you may want to be an Oakland side.
Right.
So 2 things to think about when you're looking at houses is the school zones become very important for those that have kids.
Right.
They want to make sure their kids are in certain school zones. So there you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both of them ready to go. Pebble Creek is $338,900. It was also reduced this past Friday, and beautiful homes. Nothing not to love about them. Give me a call and we can get a tour set up, and we go from there. 615-519-3339.
Awesome. Great listings right there, Brad. All right, so the next little part about our positivity day, and again, for those just joining in, we're going on a little different track. We're not talking any sports. I'm not going on a rant. We have a comment right there.
That was me.
Oh, that's you. Okay. So
talking to myself right now.
Brad's talking to himself. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is kind of 2-tiered, is to find your outlet. And what I mean by finding your outlet, a lot of people go to work, they come home from work, they go right to their whatever they do, their routine at home, whether it's they come home, they cook dinner, they eat dinner, they clean their house, they go to bed. They never have me time.
Right.
And some people's me time is just going to sit on the couch and watch a game. Some people's me time is they go out to their back patio and they get a glass of whiskey and a cigar and they just have time. Some people need to go to a concert. Some people need to go float in a kayak. Find your me time. Mm-hmm. You can't just live every single day, work, home, sleep. And I'm not saying home life is bad, but I'm just saying you got to have something where you can decompress your mind.
Right.
And everybody's different. Everybody's me thing is different.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a me thing?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes I do just like to be by myself. Whether it's driving up back roads or, whatever it may be, sitting on the patio. So it depends, but that's usually the one thing that's a constant. I always, of course, love messing around with my kids, and I have one that I can still get on the ground and play with. He still has that imagination, so I love spending time with him. But usually, I just have to have even an hour once a week.
Now here's something that I failed at this past couple weeks. So Jackson and Spencer, while you're watching this show, I apologize. I like to spend 30 minutes a week with each one of my kids, just them and me, and they get to pick what those 30 minutes are. So that's as busy as a guy I am, where I get up in the mornings, I go to the gym before they go to school. I get the young Knox, the 2-year-old, I get him to daycare. I'm at work. I come home from work. My phone never stops ringing. That gives them 30 minutes a week, just individual time. Mm-hmm. Now, what I have started doing with them, instead of just 30 minutes, I do karate with them twice a week. So that's kind of like, that's 2 hours a week that they get with me just doing karate. But so space out time for just you and your kids, or you and your spouse, and then space time out for yourself too, because you can only a person can only go so far. So give yourself some decompression time, and everybody's decompression time is a little different.
Right.
All right. So now the next one is live to work, not work to live. What do you think that means?
Don't take it too seriously.
Don't take it too seriously. Go to work. Even people who are busy that work 120 hours a week, 80 hours a week, they're working just to live, or working to provide, but they're not living any outside of work. That's all they're doing is working.
Yeah.
Well, what is the point in working all the time if you're not get to enjoy your life? Your quality of life's not any good.
Right.
So.
And it takes a toll big time.
It takes a toll big time. So now this kind of goes with this set time away for yourself so you can enjoy yourself. But everybody, a lot of men like to, when they go to work, they just hit it hard. Mm-hmm. It's like the provider mindset that men especially were built with, and that women had to do it too. I'm not trying to say one's better than the other, but you're just the work ethic's so hard that you just keep going and going and going. Well, you're just going and going and going, and you're not getting any quality of life out of yourself.
Right.
So be sure to enjoy your life. You're just working all the time is no good for anybody.
Mm. Yeah, it takes a negative toll. There's times where you may be that way for months. I've had a couple of different jobs where it had a push where you were working 6 or 7 12s for months, and it does it. Talk about negativity. It's hard to stay positive during those times, and so being able to, you may have to force yourself to take time.
Yeah.
Or to just reevaluate, keep your mind right.
I'm on a 5-week countdown, Brad. Because I know when I go to Mexico, you're going to Mexico too, our top producer trip, I'm going to be out. I'm not going to have a cell phone. Mm. I'm not going to have I'll have my laptop with me, but it's not like I can work constantly.
Right.
That trip gets me away from everything.
Yeah.
And I take a trip with my entire family in October. It gets me away from everything. Mm-hmm. It's not that I'm going to get on the internet at some point and working during that trip, but it's not like. So.
Good deal. Yeah, that's definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah. So enjoy your life.
A little bit.
Live to work, not work to live. And what I mean by that is enjoy your life outside of work. Make your quality of life better. Increase your quality of life. It may not be quantity of life. You may have less time at home and less time away from work, but make sure that time away from work is quality time. Mm-hmm. There you
Absolutely.
go.
There you go.
All right. I've got 2 featured listings also. You know what? We may need to spread these out where there's like 4 different times for featured listings.
Right.
My first featured listing is at 6320 Paper Bark Court in the Westlawn subdivision. Again, quick little bike ride to the neighborhood pool. Almost 2,300 square foot, all one level, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, wood floors in the commons, tile in the wets, great updated kitchen, pendant lighting, granite countertops, built-in stainless appliances, covered back patio, privacy fence backyard. The upgrades are just et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You're talking about 333, 250 for all one level home. And we're talking about a house that's less than 2 years old.
Right.
Near 840, like you said, near the pool. So when that quality of life needs to be, go sit at the pool with your family, your friends, by yourself. Take a cold beverage with you of your choice. I'm not going to say that the HOA allows alcoholic beverages, but the cold beverage of your choice. Go sit at the pool.
Not a glass container.
Yeah. Red Solo cup. All right. My other one's 440 Compton Road, all brick, north side, right beside the VA hospital. For those of you who work in or around the VA hospital, I mean, you could literally walk to work. Just walk across the street. You're there. And it's 244.9, all wood floors. There's not a bit of carpet in this house at all. Tile in the wet, 2-car garage, privacy fence backyard, concrete drive, like I said, etc., etc., etc. Stainless appliances. It's got a gas stove. And for those of you who really like to cook, I mean, this thing's got a gas stove. So it is what it is. Less than $250,000, 1,700 foot. I mean, good money. All right, Brad, you had the news you can't believe story this week. And I don't remember what you sent me, but I laughed out loud, literally.
I'm glad I do remember. So a guy, I don't know if it's in Florida or not. I don't want to say it is.
It was in Florida.
Yeah, but he got arrested. Shocker, right? He pulled over someone, and he was pretending to be a police officer. And the guy that he pulled over was actually an undercover cop. So he ended up getting arrested for impersonating a cop by pulling over an undercover cop. So,
hey-o!
Yeah. See, what had happened was...
It's a citizen's arrest. Citizen's arrest.
So there you go. Always some action going on.
I just want to know, if you're a news reporter in Florida, I don't know how you get anything done.
You just pick something out of the hat, you know. Always something.
Jorts! Oh, that's right. So, that's it for the BS show. We did a little bit different thing today.
Yep.
Friday, we need some nominations for our Relentless Athlete of the Week. If you've got a kid that plays traveling ball, school ball, he's a good he or she's a good athlete, good school student, tell us about that person. We'd love to talk about them on our Friday BS show. Until then, Brad Fowler, he's the B to our show. Sean Wright, I'm the S. This is Century 21. Oh, Brad's making paper disappear. It's a magic.